I reheated these and still didn't. Hey guys, so new camera, not a new mic yet, so I know the sound is really echoey. That's just because this room is still pretty much empty with just a couple of items in it. Yeah, that was terrible. Wow. I sit back and the color shows up. If I lean forward, that's horrible. I look really washed out. Wow. I don't know why this camera has like auto focus and everything, so it's focused on me, but everything in the background looks really blurred. But if I move a certain way, it just messes up the lighting. So I'm gonna go aim that light slightly upward. One moment, guys. Let's see if taking that off, directly off of me helps, at least a little bit. Is that gonna work? Hello, camera, are you gonna figure it out? Oh, that is, okay. Well, looks a little bit better. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna show you guys a couple things, but today we're just gonna kind of chat and I'll show you guys a few things that I did today. But yeah, it's been one of those kind of days. One of those days where I ended up where I went to Walmart to get a few things. I needed to get a few things for the baby and a few groceries. But in the process, I was going to deposit my check. And for some reason, my bank account was glitching out or whatever the case was, but it refused to mobile check deposit the check. So it was a whole mess. And I'm at the store, I've got all the groceries, I've got the things we need, but yet it refuses to deposit the check. So I had to go and take my cart up to customer service and ask the ladies nicely at customer service, hey, do you guys mind if I leave my cart right here while I run over to the Chase Bank? They are not who I bank with, they're who the check came from. And so I was like, I need to go over to the Chase Bank, which is right down the road, and see if I can get them to deposit this, or at least cash this so that I can get it deposited. And she was like, yeah, no problem. So I'm already panicking. I don't do good around crowds or people that I don't know. I'm really bad at it. And so I leave and I'm like panicking the whole time thinking, I'm going to come back. I'm going to have to go do all that shopping through the store again, which if you're somebody who has a real fear with being around a bunch of people and who doesn't do well in large crowds or grocery shopping or whatever, I usually don't do this stuff by myself for that reason. And all I kept thinking the whole time I'm driving over there to the bank, which was only a block up, I'm just thinking, if I don't get in there, and what if the line's really long? What if I don't get this cashed in time? What if I get back and they've already taken everything out of the cart? What if they just decided to not even like hold the cart and just decided to start putting stuff away? And I mean, I was in like full panic mode. But I was able to quickly get the check cash. I got in there, there was nobody in the bank, thank goodness. And then I get back over to the Walmart, and they did have my cart over there. I'm like, okay, that's great. Now can I go ahead and deposit the money? And I go to deposit the money onto my card, into my bank account, and their machines went down. So now I have the cash, but now it's not in my account. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, you know what? Let me just go pay for this stuff and get the baby's WIC products and whatnot. And I go through the line and I ring everything up and I just pay for it with cash. And as I'm getting ready, I realize I screwed up. Because the baby stuff was supposed to be on WIC, you got to have the WIC receipts to turn into them. And so it made it look like we didn't use his WIC for the month. And I went, oh no. So I had to go back over to customer service, very embarrassingly, and ask them to remove all the WIC items off of this big order that I did with all the groceries and everything. I got to take every item out of the cart that was WIC and have them remove it from the receipt, pay that back to me in cash, and then re-ring it up and do it with his WIC voucher thing. And I was like so embarrassed and whatnot. So I'm standing there, we're taking everything off, and we get everything done, and I go over and we try at the other place after I go and I do the wick stuff and I get everything finally in the cart. I'm ready to go. I just want to go over to the money center this time and see if maybe they can get the machine to work. They tried the first time, the machine still isn't working. And at that point, I just start crying. I mean, I think I hit my point of being overwhelmed. Every time I've gotten a check, I never have problems with it. I always am able to just mobile upload. But for some reason, the app wasn't working, and then their system wasn't working. And then finally, we got it to take the cash and get onto the card. But it took like 4 or 5 attempts to finally get the thing to stop trying to pull money from my card versus put money on my card. The thing kept thinking I was trying to take money. And so apparently it was the system that they were running, and it just had me in a full panic. So something that would have taken normally, because I'm really precise when I go into the store. Normally I would have been there and back before the baby woke up from his nap. So we put him down at 12, I left. I literally left right after we laid him down. And so Sarah's here with him, I left. And I figured I'd get up there, get the shopping done, get everything in the cart, and then come back home. I should have been home no later than 1:30, 2 o'clock. Because it takes a half hour to get up there, half hour back, about an hour to get all the shopping and everything done. And I have a list, just so you guys know, I have a list, and then I had certain items on that list, and I had several items that I had already purchased. So they were already waiting for me for pickup. So that part is what I'm going to show you guys is my pickup order that I pre-ordered ahead of time and was able to pick up. So I didn't have to go into the aisles and deal with people. But yeah, so I want to check something real quick because it hasn't been letting me in. So I was going to show you guys, but sorry, yeah, that was a lot of gab. But I don't know if any of you guys have like that kind of anxiety, or just talking about it has my heart pounding again. And I don't want to cry again because I'm not in the situation anymore. But like the sense of being so overwhelmed was horrible. Like I was literally, it was just one of the worst things I have been through in a long time. This is why I don't go do that kind of stuff by myself. I usually have Sarah with me, but I've been trying not to do that like recently because Carlisle hates being in the car. And especially if we're doing things like going on at like being in the car for 30, 40 minutes to drive out to where groceries are, and then getting put in a shopping cart or a car seat or a stroller, and then being put back in the car for another 35, 40-minute drive, especially because where we go, getting there, if there was no traffic, we could be there in 25, 30 minutes. But because we have to get onto the interstate, the interstate's always backed up. So with all the rigs and everything. So usually we sit in that line for a good 10, 15 minutes. So yeah, that's always a fun part of our adventure. So he hates it. And I hate putting him through that. So if I don't have to, then we don't. But yeah, okay, dude, seriously, that my bank account is about to make me real mad. I'm about to be mad. I also have to remember, because the camera's up here now, to remember to look down at chat. Because I always keep forgetting to look at chat. All right, are you going to let me relocate this, or now are you guys going to just be, they're just going to be down and watch? Yeah, see, I don't understand. Oh, I can only do. What? Okay, so I can only move that. Why? That's for the day. Okay. Yeah. Now, let me go into here and get this purchase done because I have a list of things that need to be purchased. Okay, so that's that piece, that piece, that piece, that piece, those, that one, and that one, right? That's all the parts pieces. I've never done that brand, so hopefully it's not absolute garbage, but we're gonna go with it. Those are the ones I want to see to check out. That day. I don't care about that. That'll come on that day. These will come. Are these all coming on the same day? Oh, that'll come. Okay, place it. No, I don't care. That's fine. So that one's coming tomorrow. How is that getting here tomorrow? What? Okay, whatever. And then I sent back the other thing because you guys, let me tell you what. I don't even know if I talked to you guys about it. I might have. Did I? No, I didn't. The day that we did the Dobby build, we were talking about how it was getting really warm in here, and we could not figure out what the heck was going on. Well, I figured it out because, you know, big brain McGee over here. We had an issue with the capacitor on our AC unit. I went out and I looked at the capacitor and I was like, oh my gosh. Which, if you don't know anything about air conditioning or air conditioning units or electrical work or whatever, your capacitor is like a big battery, right? It's what gives juice to all your other components. So to your compressor, it tells your compressor when to pull and cool, you know, the air coming through. It tells your fan how to turn on, off, you know, whatnot. And it also tells like the system, right? So it reads the system from the thermostat to the unit. Well, ours was the top of it. When they come, they're flat on the bottom like a battery and flat on the top with the three little probes coming out. They're flat. They're supposed to be. Well, I went out there and ours was bubbled upward, like it just bubbled, and the bottom was starting to bubble out. And I was like, that's why it's not working. The capacitor's bad. So I had tried to get a capacitor going around town looking at everything. So I went to the Home Depot, I went to all the different places, and nobody had that one that we needed. And then I called the AC company, and the one they have will work, but it's going to be $400 for them to do the work. And I was like, this is not going to happen, right? Just, I don't have $400 straight up, and you have to pay that up front for them to do it. I was like, this isn't going to work. So I was like, I'll just order it and we'll get it, you know, in a day or two, which would have been fine had it not decided to be 100+ degrees outside. On that, go figure that it would be 100+ degrees the day that the air conditioner broke. So we have a 2-year-old, so we're sitting out in the car trying to use the AC in the car. And I'm like, I just bought this house. I've been in this house a month. And we already knew after we purchased the house, we had everything checked and everything checked great. Well, somebody overlooked and did not make sure that the capacitor stuff was good on the AC unit. Because right after we moved in, the AC wouldn't turn on like at all. And we didn't realize that the previous owners of the seller, they had turned off the main breaker piece for it. Well, we flipped that on. Well, they had also turned off this switch in the furnace unit, which I wasn't aware of because I never had one of those. So we couldn't figure it out. So the AC guy came out, he figured it out, but then he went outside and looked at everything, and he's like, everything looks good except that your unit is really old. So I called the seller and I'm like, the unit on here is really old, and part of the deal with the house was that everything needed to be up and running and working. She goes, we'll pay for that, yada, yada, yada. Well, she sent us the paperwork, and the unit, they purchased it brand new, but it was an older model. So even though it's a new purchase, it was old and sitting in a warehouse for a while, like a while. So I was like, oh, great. So I called the AC guys because the thing that we needed wasn't going to get here until 3 days later. We're not going to be able to handle 3 days of 103-degree heat with a baby in the house and a dog. So I called the air conditioning guys and I was like, look, what do we do to get a whole new system put in? A whole new system. And the guy said, well, man, it just depends. Like if we can get you financing for it, yada, yada, yada. I was like, so you don't pay it up front. I can get finance added on to what I'm paying with my mortgage and whatnot. He's like, yeah, we can definitely do that. So they came out and he takes a look at it. He was like, oh my gosh. And not only that, it's the wrong size unit. It's the wrong size unit for this large of a house. We have 1,800 square feet of living space. So we're in a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. So it's 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a living room, a dining room, a kitchen, and a eat-in dining. So we have like 2 dining rooms, so to speak. So the unit we have on here is just not big enough to be using like for this whole house. And so I was like, okay, so we're going to go with the bigger unit. We're going to go with the one that's going to give us the best supply here. We're also going to upgrade, since we're already going to do it, and I'd already planned on doing it in a few months. We're going to upgrade everything to electric. We want the propane off the property. We don't want propane on the property because we're going to have livestock. We don't want propane on the property. I just don't agree with propane. I don't like it. I don't like using it. And so our hot water tank is propane. It is the only thing on this house now that is propane. So we are having them remove it. So they do all, electric, plumbing, all that kind of stuff. So we're getting a whole system, the whole thing done. So we're getting the AC in, the furnace is being ripped out, the gas furnace, and it's going to be a electric. So it's going to all be our air and heating, AC and heating is going to be all electric. And then our gas water tank is coming out and it's going in as an electric. So I was like, we're getting all of it. And if anybody's ever wondering if you're going to get an entirely new system put in your house, it means all new electric lines, all new, because they have to put a whole new panel board in because the electrical line that's going in is going to be much bigger. So we're getting a whole new panel board put in, getting the lines drawn, all the things processed and through. 18 grand to get the entirely upgraded new system. So if you're thinking about buying a house, just know that it comes with quite a bit of extra cost, which I'm fine with because we needed to get that done because this house is so big. And Sarah and I have been saying it, her room never stays cool. Even with the AC running, it doesn't stay cool enough back there. And it's because it's not a strong enough unit for this big of a house. The unit is set up on what is that? Right, is that the east end of the house? Right? Rises in the east, sets in the west, right? No, rises in the west, sets in the east. Is that correct? Am I correct on that? I think I'm wrong. I think it sets in the west. Yeah, because they're ahead of us. So anyway, the sun rises on the eastern side of the house. It comes right up on my side of the house, which is where the air conditioner is. And it sets in the west side of the house, which is where Sarah's room is. And the air conditioning unit is on the east side. So it's right outside the bed, like the master bathroom. So you can see the unit right outside the big window. And it's meant to get air from all the way up over there through the ducting of the house to the other side. And it is just not a powerful enough unit. So needless to say, that was one of those things where both of us just went, ugh, but it's done and I'm happy about it. All right, let's see about ordering the other thing. What do you mean? What do you have? What's this? Is this the newest one from today, right? Ooh, it is. Who has it? Who has it? Oh, it's in California. How did it get to California so fast? Oh, it came through California. I'm surprised. It is now in transit in Los Angeles. Very good. Let's check this one. And then we can do the other order. Good, 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 good. Okay. Now, there's that other pocket watch. Oh, the niffler. Y'all, I should not be allowed to have places where I can order fun stuff from Harry Potter. I should not be allowed. It should not be allowed. Here I am over here looking at Harry Potter stuff again. Nope, nope, nope. Get out of there. Just go to my cart. Okay, so I got that. Okay, so we've got looking at these different things for the baby. Those are so cute. Oh, that one's sold out. Let's reselect one. Let's go look at the different ones. Should we just do it in that size? Yeah, we'll do it in that size. Okay. And then we're going to go to that, and we're going to go ahead and get those for him. Getting the pin, that one was sold out. Just go ahead and do that. So let's get this stuff because I wanted to get these things for the baby. Yeah, we're going to do that one. I think that's how I have it, right? Cool. All right. Oh, they have the one thing, you guys. I don't know if anybody else has seen these. They're super freaking neat. No, I don't want to play the video. Oh, they're so neat. I think you get to put it together when it comes in. It's like the Harry Potter thing. It's got, it's like a wooden box, and you have a light in the backing of it, but then it's like these layers, and it looks like Hedwig flying off in front of the castle, but like it's so much more than that. And it's so neat. It's the little spell book things on here. But yeah, so anywho, you guys, it was definitely one of those things where I was just one of those days. It was just one of those days. I got very stressed out, and I needed to take a chill pill. I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff I got today to add to my Harry Potter stuff, and I'm really excited about it. I ordered these before I went up to the Walmart, and they have 2 extra pieces, and I'll show you guys. Oh gosh, get my foot out of there. So if you guys notice, I have these down here, right? So I have these, the doll collection. I've got Harry, Hermione, and Ron right here. And then they came out with some more now. I wish they would come out with the other ones. Let's see here. I don't have the boxes anymore for the other ones, but y'all, they had Fleur de la Cure. So Fleur de la Cure. I don't know how you say her name. It's either Delacour or Delacure. I don't know. They say it different ways, depending on who you're listening to. But she comes with some really cute stuff. She comes with her little piece of paper from the Goblet of Fire. She also has a thing that allows you to, it's like you put it on her arm is what it looks like, and it makes it look like she's casting a little spell. I don't know if that's going to even show up. There we go. So those are a little different ones that they have. I was trying to figure out who, oh, that's supposed to be me in her dancing dress, which is so dang cute. They did have Harry in the other version, but I ended up with getting Harry with him with I got the special edition, like the one that I have here for the other character that I got. And then this is the other one. I wish they would make a Neville, but there we go. We've got Luna Lovegood. How can you not get Luna Lovegood if you can? She's got, actually, this is so cute because she's got the lion hat that she usually, like she wears. It's got her Patronus. It's got her little thing too, which is really funny. She was cheering on Gryffindor during Ron's first game. So I thought that was really, really cute. So we have the Gryffindor thing, and then she's got the flag, she's got her Patronus, and then she's got her school uniform here. And she, of course, is a Ravenclaw. And so I thought that was really, really cute. Yeah, I think her entire little getup is just it's Luna. And so I had to get Luna to set up with the rest of the gang. The only 2 that were missing for the gang, because you have the golden trio, and then there's the silver trio. If you guys have not heard about the silver trio, the silver trio is Luna, Ginny, and Neville. which is fantastic. So I have something else though. I have been wanting these for forever, and every time I go, they're always sold out of one or the other. I'm still waiting for the last two books to still be done, which they are in the work. But I had to get these now while they had them in stock. I did end up purchasing the Harry Potter illustrated versions of the books. I am in love with this, you guys. I'm just going to open it to this page, and that's the only one I'm going to open it to. If you guys are wanting to go see these books, you've got to go get them. This is Professor Snape in the potions classroom. How amazing is that illustration? Y'all, I can't even tell you. I am going to sit down tonight after this stream, and I'm just going to go through. Oh my God. It's so beautiful. This is, I mean, I can't even tell you how excited I am to sit down and go through this. It is, of course, it is the book. It's the entirety of the book. This is just the way they did all these pages. I can't, I love all of this. I am going to read these because how can you not decide to read the book while it's illustrated? So we've got Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I'm actually quite disappointed when the lady put these in the bag. She ripped this one, and then I went back to see if they had another one, and this was the last copy. So she wasn't careful, and she ripped the cover on both ends. She caught it on the thing as she went to put it in the thing, and she just ripped it on both sides. I wanted to cry. I'm not even going to kid you guys when I say I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry. But, you know, crap happens. So I had to just suck it up and not be a big baby about it. Let's see here. Do we have a page with, oh wow, look at these eyes. Oh, that's so cool. That's Dobby's. I'm going to guess those are Dobby's big green eyes. Because yeah, there we go. Because it doesn't have it set to a page. Usually it's set to one of the pages. So let me pull that out of there. Let's grab you and let's put you right here. Oh, look at that. That is absolutely stunning. Oh, that's neat. Okay. So I can't even explain to you. This is the Death Day party, and I am so stoked about it. Ah, hello. Nearly Headless Nick. Why did I not even notice that at first? It is the greenhouses right in the cover. Y'all, oh my God, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. What is that? Oh, seeing the car flying over. Oh my gosh. Okay. So there we go. There's Chamber of Secrets. So this one I think might be just because of the color, my favorite one. This, by the way, it looks so blue on camera, but this is super purple. Like this is purple like the Night Bus. This is not blue. It looks blue on camera. This is very, very, does my phone look blue on camera? It does look kind of blue on camera. Oh, wow. That is actually a really beautiful, like lavender purple. Oh my gosh, look at the shipwreck and like the castle with the Dementor. Or no, this is Azkaban prison with the Dementors all around. Oh, I'm gonna spoil myself doing this. What is that? What page are you on? Oh, you're not even on one of them. Okay, let's see if we can find a illustrated page. I always try to put it on an illustrated page. Oh my God, it's not the statue. Oh, the twins are so funny. Okay, we're gonna put it right here. Oh, it's the werewolf. Holy cow, you guys. Okay, that is so stinking cool. So we've got that one. Then we have, oh my God. Oh, this is such a big book. The Goblet of Fire. And let's see which one we've got you on. Let's go ahead and go a couple more pages and see if we can find. Let's go to the Hungarian Horntail. Look at those dragons. They're so beautiful. Oh my God, it's Rita Skeeter. They did not make her look very pretty. Let me tell you what. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Oh, that's right, because of the Black Lake. Oh, wow, this is just gorgeous. Oh my God. It's a little candy shop. Oh, J.K. Rowling, you guys are amazing with these descriptive books. Like the art in these books this is all done by Jim Kay. Okay, this one is so big. If you already know, you know. This is, of course, Order of the Phoenix. It's one of the thickest, heaviest, like widest books other than the Deathly Hallows, which is also quite large of a book. So let's see if we can figure out where they've got this thing in the book. Let's find out. Oh my God, this is amazing. What page are we holding on to back here? Let's go ahead and put this up. This is with giants. Wow. Y'all, can you see some of this? Look at this. Hagrid's tale. Of course, when Hagrid came back from going and talking with the giants. Oh, the Hog's Head. That's what that's about. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is just, oh, the artwork in these books. You guys, I cannot. Wow, look at that. It's Harry and Cho, and that is absolutely just stunning. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. And then, of course, the owls. You know that Harry ran into Cho up in the tower or in the owlery, and pretty much yelled at her about going. You know, that was actually in, what do you call it? That was in, what do you call it? Goblet of Fire. But in Order of the Phoenix, him and Cho sat and had a conversation after one of their Order of the Phoenix get-together meetings. So that is the collection that I have so far. This book, this one came out, I think this one came out this year. Is it this year or was it last year? What year were we? 2022. And so he's still working on the next book. So we're still waiting on the other ones. So the next one is going to be Half-Blood Prince. I am excited to get that. So yeah, so 2022, 2019, 2017, 2016. This one took him the quickest. So between the books. And this was 2015. So you had 2015 and then 2016. So you had a year between. So these books took him a year. But this one, between here and here, he had 2 years. So it took him 2 years to do Goblet of Fire, which I can see why. It's quite significantly bigger, and there seems to be quite a lot more artistic pages, more art pages. And then between this one, 2019 and 2022. So you've got a 3-year gap there. So we can either expect Half-Blood Prince this year in 2024 or we may not get it until 2025. So I don't expect to get the Deathly Hallows until roughly 2028, possibly 2026, maybe, if he does a quick like turnover. But yeah, so we actually have the first 4 books are just Jim Kay doing your illustrations. But in Order of the Phoenix, you have Jim Kay with Neil Packer. So that one is, I'm going to be interested in to see some of the slight changes. Hi, Jesse, how are you? So yeah, that's kind of where we're at on that. So I decided to get these now while I had a moment because I knew that these were not going to be there. I got there and like I said, I went and had them go look because she tore this and I almost cried because I was already having a stressful morning or afternoon trying to get all the stuff done and I was already kind of in a panic. And then I went to check these over when they were going to put them in the car. And I was like, can you guys see, can we see if there's another one of these in the back or in the store, because this shouldn't have been torn. I wanted these to be in great shape. They're going in a collection and they actually banged the book pretty bad, but she tossed it in there and into the bag and it caught. And so I'm going to take this off of here and I'm going to put a tape piece behind it. And then what I'm probably going to do is order another one online to get one that is not damaged. Like the other ones are all in pristine shape. There isn't any rips, tears. I went over them really, really well earlier to make sure we didn't have any more of these that got ripped or torn. This one just got really badly banged up. And the actual thing itself, the book piece itself, is bent. So the actual book piece. So what I might end up doing is ordering another one and then maybe doing a giveaway thing on the channel. I'm sending this to one of y'all. Once we get a big enough following, I should say. If we have enough people or whatnot and we want to do something like that, I might go ahead and send the damaged. It is damaged. So, I mean, the book itself is not. So as you can see, like this part right here has got some ding in it. Like this part got bent right here on the edge. But this piece here, the actual coat of it, is damaged. So it's been completely folded in on itself. Not this part, but this here. This whole seam, and you can't really see it on camera, but this whole seam has been like as if it fell off and it got caught and it got bent, and then somebody tried to pull it back up and put it back on. And then they ripped this entire side right here. So it's ripped all the way up to here. So the rip is about that long, right at the binding. And then the other side, the rip's a little bit shorter, but it's a bit more frayed. So I'm going to take and put some taping on the back of it. I'm going to take it off of there and put taping on the back and then bring it up and fold it over it to hopefully keep it from tearing further. That's the only thing I can think of to do that's going to at least hold it together without, because I can't put glue on it. That's not going to work. So yeah, I'm really excited. We've got the red, orange, purple, blue, and yellow. So I'm guessing we're going to get a green, which I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, the books. I'm just trying to unwind after the absolute hell of a stressful afternoon that I had. So I needed to come on and chit chat and have a way to kind of unwind. So I think what I'll do is we're going to open up and see if we can go ahead and move a couple of those things and stand Luna and Fleur down there with our little group there. I thought it was quite funny that they had Fleur and not Neville or Ginny. That was weird to me. And I looked on the back of, I don't have them with me now, but on the back of the ones that the Harry Potter and them came in, I could have sworn they had Ginny. But they do not have Ginny, and I'm quite sad. So I think I'm going to go ahead and unbox these. We got Fleur Delacour and Luna Lovegood. And I was hoping that we could get Ginny and Neville. because getting Ginny and Neville would put together the golden trio and the silver trio. So I was kind of sad they didn't have it, but yes, these are so cute. And they gave you little Luna Lovegood stickers, and I'm super excited about those. Those are so cute. That is really, really cute. Guys, this is so dang precious. I might just leave these in the box for now. And hope that they get the other two. I really do want the other two characters so that we can have that entirety of that. So that would be really, really neat. I almost got the big box of Hermione. They have the big one with Hermione with Crookshanks and stuff. But I already have like Hermione over here with a Crookshanks. I already have little bitty Crookshanks. I mean, I technically could put Crookshanks with her. He's a little bit small, but because he was considered to be quite a large cat. But I did almost get the bigger box, but they don't have a bigger box of Ron. So I thought that was kind of a bummer. But apparently they do have this style with Hermione in her Yule Ball dress. I would have loved to have gotten that one, but that's okay. We'll just go with what we've got. So Fleur is amazing. Also, guys, if you've only ever read the books, I'm going to put, oh, you're not going to even fit there. Fleur Delacour. Oh, no. If you guys have read the books, you'll know that Fleur was not some little whiny crybaby whatnot. True limeade, the best. She was actually quite a good witch, like really good. So I was kind of bummed at the way they portrayed her in the movies. They made her seem like this very inept, like little kind of girl for the movies. So I was a little bummed out about that. She was actually very, very capable in the books. So, oh, I got some chicken, by the way, because I am starving. I have not eaten at all today. My stomach's starting to finally calm down, so. But you guys, I never want to go through that again like I did today. That was one of those things where, like, I literally stood in the Walmart at the service center bawling my eyes out because I had gone into like full panic mode, all because I stupidly didn't make a payment correctly. And I should say it was an accumulation of things kind of all happened that kind of snowballed. So me too, Jesse. But yeah, I just don't understand, like with my bank, which I'm pretty sure at this point, this was like the straw that broke the camel's back. I am going to go and open a new account next week with a different bank. I think I'm going to go ahead and either go with Chase, probably Chase. There is Wells Fargo, but I know that my son and Jay have had problems with Wells Fargo. So I'm thinking about setting up my account through Chase. I talked about it at the beginning of the video, but I will kind of reiterate. My bank, for some reason, the last few weeks has been really complicated with them. We had a whole issue when it came down to doing the mortgage setup and the mortgage withdrawal and all that. So that was a whole headache. But today was like the straw that broke the camel's back, because all I needed them to do was take my check, which was the check back from all of my deposit. Like when I rented, and if you've been a renter, been looking for me all day. Why? I usually don't even stream until, if I'm going to stream, sometimes it'll be at noon, and then the rest of the times it'll be in the evening after 8 o'clock. So probably going to stick with doing the 7 to like the 8 o'clock streams. They just seem to go better. 12 o'clock, the baby goes down for a nap, and we try to be quiet when he's napping. But anywho, my bank, when I rented, when you do a rental, you pay first and last month's rent, and then you pay your security deposit, and then you also pay pet depositing. Well, when you move out of a place, you, like what they did for the state of Arizona, because I had to do some research into it, they have you pay your last month's rent again, even though you already paid first and last when you moved in. And then they send you back the last month's rent after everything is closed. So after everything is done, walkthrough is finished, which your deposit's supposed to take care of that, but whatever, that's beside the point. Arizona is really weird. So if everything goes good and you don't owe them any money, and they don't find any damages or whatever that are caused that are not normal wear and tear, then they send you back your money. So your deposit you get back, your last month's rent you get back, because that way you're not paying the last month twice. So with them, they have you still pay last month's rent just in case you change your mind and still need to continue renting, which whatever. So they send you back that, and they send you back your pet deposit if there's no damage. Well, because we had Toby there, and we also had the other little pup there, they tore up the vending system on the back area in the dog run. I repaired all that. I paid to have that repaired. They didn't have to worry about that, so we got that back. We got that money back because I kept that area cleaned. I made sure that everything was done back there. So when I moved out, they sent me all that money back in a check. Now, two-party checks you can't cash at Walmart if they're over $200, which this was well over that. So I needed to have it deposited. So I was just going to do mobile check load like I've always done on my bank. Never had a problem with this previously. I used to mobile check load all my work checks, okay? Never had a problem doing this, ever. I just 2 weeks ago mobile check loaded a check from our mortgage stuff. When you get your loan and all that, there was like this last little bit left over. It took them 2 weeks to load that check when it was supposed to be in minutes. So I had to call on them and they're like, what is going on? Why do you still have a hold on my check? What are you guys doing? And that was actually not even a two-party check. That was an actual, like, from a mortgage lender to me. So like, what is happening? Well, finally, like when I called them, they released it within 10 minutes of me calling. Why did it take me having to call to do it? I don't know. But anyway, so I'm inside the store. I've loaded the check. I'm sitting there waiting for it to go through. This should not be an issue. It's supposed to hit your account within moments of you loading it because you're paying a fee to load it. So like, okay, why is it not loading? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave it to load. I'm going to go and get the groceries. Let's go get all the groceries, get everything in the cart, whatnot. So that's what I went and did. Went through the store. I have my little list and I have my way of doing things, right? So I start at one side and I just pop all the way down. Hold on. What does he need? What's up? What's up? So I go through because I have serious anxiety, guys. There's no way for me to explain it to you what it feels like when I have to go do these kind of things on my own. But I try to do this one track thing. I try to put my mind right where I need to go. I try not to be worried about everything else around me. I try to just focus. I have a list and I follow that list so I can like get the things done. And so I was like, okay, I've got everything. And so I did exactly what I usually always do. Just go in and head down, look at my thing and just go through and get what I need. I don't try to talk to anybody. I don't try to have interaction. I try to just get it done. So I went through, I got the whole cart filled and I look at the thing and it's still not processed. It's still not doing anything. I'm like, okay, what's happening? Why is it not processing? And so I'm like, okay, let me go. Do you want to go to the Saturday? I'm not going back to the store without somebody with me. Saturday. Nope. I am not going to the store by myself again. Nope. 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 Yeah. So anywho, he's gonna sorry, son. Nope, not doing it again by myself. You can go with me on Saturday. Okay. But anywho, I get everything in the cart. My money is still not on my account. So I'm like standing back there. I'm like, okay, it's been an hour and I've got everything that I needed. The cart is loaded. I've already gone and did my pickup order for the pickup stuff. That's all sat in my car. We've got my cart ready to go. So I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, okay, what is going on? This is not happening again. So I call the bank and I'm like, okay, can you please look, like it's sitting in processing. It's sitting there waiting for you to process it. And she comes on and she goes, oh, we can't take a two-party check. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I am the second party. It would be different if it was a two-party check and I was cashing it from two other people, like as if it was from one person to this person and I'm the one taking it and cashing it because it has a different name written through. That makes no sense. It's to me. The check is to me personally. So you're supposed to just process it or put a hold on it or something. They're like, no, we can't take it. It's over $200. And I'm like, it's my bank account. Like, I don't understand. So I'm standing in the store. I've got a cart full of everything, the baby's WIC items, and all the groceries that we did. And I also got Carlisle quite a few leapfrog learning educational things because he's so dang smart and he's progressing so fast. And I was like, okay, standing here, I'm literally standing in the middle of the store. And I'm like, what do I do now? I can't just walk out of the store with everything sitting in the cart. That's rude. But I want to come back, but I don't want to have to walk through the store again. So now I'm at that point, I had already started to panic because I had a whole cart full of stuff and I don't have the money in my account. Like my check's not, it's not clearing. So I was like, okay, the only thing I can think of doing, and it sounds like the only logical thing, is see if they will possibly let me hold the cart over at customer service. Maybe. So I walk up there. At that point, I'm starting to sweat because I'm panicking about having to ask about something so stupid as hold my cart for me so I can go to a block up to the Chase Bank. So I go up there, I'm waiting in the line, and the lady I can see, she can see that I'm like in a panic. I don't, maybe it's all written all over me, but I know my face was, I'm already flushed just talking about it. I know my face was flushed. I was like, my heart was like just pounding out of my chest. And I get up there and I'm like, I feel really stupid to ask this, but is there any way I can park the cart right here? And I need to go over to the Chase to deposit my check because my bank won't process it through mobile check deposit. She's like, yeah, we'll hold your card up here. And I said, literally, I'm just going to the Chase. I promise you I'm going to be right back. I really don't want to go back through the store for this stuff. Is it possible? And she's like, go ahead. We'll hold on to it. Now I'm like, okay. So she seemed really nice, but I've also know like other places where I've worked, they don't hold your stuff. Like if you leave, they're just like, yeah, they're never coming back, is their assumption. But I was like, okay, that's fine. So I left the store and got in my car and went over to the Chase Bank. Now the whole time, they're only a block up, like they're literally just a block away. So like less than 5 minutes up the road. But I'm like panicking because all I kept thinking, my brain went straight to, I'm going to go back. My cart is not going to be there because they're going to do exactly what every other store has done. And they're going to assume I'm just not coming back. And they're going to put my stuff away. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to have to do the whole thing over again and go do the shopping all over again. And that already took me an hour to do it the first time. And I don't like doing that. I'm going to start crying again. But I started to panic. And I was like, oh my God. But I got to the Chase Bank and everything, like there was nobody there. Thank goodness. And I got in there and the lady was so sweet. And she was like, yes, I just need 2 forms of ID from you. And then she tried to call the landlord who wrote the check to me. He wouldn't answer the phone because they have to verify that it's not a scam check. But he wasn't answering the phone. And so after her 3rd attempt, I called him right there in front of her. And I was like, will you please answer the bank? And he's like, oh, I didn't recognize the number. I'm like, they are trying to verify the check. So he hangs up with me. She calls his number back from the number she has on his file. And he answers her like immediately. Everything, we get the money. I get it cashed and I go back over to Walmart. Like I'm telling you guys, it makes me panic. And I go back in and my cart is there at this the customer service. And thank goodness, because by that point, I was already feeling super overwhelmed. And this sounds so stupid, you guys. Like, it really sounds so stupid in hindsight when I'm safely sitting in my office here at home. But like, I can't explain to people what it feels like when you're terrified to be out like that. So anyway, I take my cart, I check out, right? And this is where I think I hit my breaking point. I check out, I just want to get done because at that point I was already so overwhelmed and stressed. So I check out, and instead of paying attention and remembering that I have the baby's WIC in the cart, that I have to pay with the WIC card, because they track that for you. Like, WIC is really strict. They're really, really strict. And this is not for me. This is on Sarah's name. This is under her and her baby. So they track this to make sure that you are purchasing the WIC that you're supposed to be purchasing before the expiration date. And then they send you your next month of stuff. Now, if y'all don't know what WIC is, oh yeah, full on. If you don't know what WIC is, it's Women, Infant, and Children. And it's a program that they put young moms and any mom for that matter on that has a child under 5. And so if you're pregnant, you can receive things that are like nutritionally sound kind of things. And then your babies receive certain nutritional stuff that they want your kids having throughout the month. Anyway, Sarah gets WIC for Carlisle. So WIC tracks that. And if you don't have your receipts for your WIC spending and it doesn't go through the WIC card, then it shows that you never spent the WIC. So I went through and I was already in a panic. I was already kind of like, ooh, hi baby. And so I freaking just paid in cash for the entirety of my order. And then I started heading out the store. You're so funny. And I start heading out of the store, and it hits me as I get to the money center. I got to where the money center is, and I was like, oh my God, I need the WIC receipts. Yeah, secret tunnel through the mountain. And so I turn around and I start walking back. Quit it. I start walking back to customer service. And at that point, as I get to customer service, I'm like, my hands are shaking. I'm like feeling like I'm about to just like explode. My whole body just is like at that point, panic. Because now I realize that one of two things has to happen. One, they have to void the entire order and then re-ring everything back in. Or we get to take everything out of the cart and get all the WIC items, which is what we ended up doing. But by that point, I was already crying. I was in tears. I was already panicking. The lady's like, honey, you're going to be fine. And there was so many people in that store. It always is. That place is so packed and so busy all the time. Like, it's so busy in there. I wish Walmart would come back with their 24-hour, because I can tell you right now, I would not even consider going shopping until 10 o'clock at night. I'm not even joking you. That is when we used to go shopping, when Walmart was 24/7. And they have no intention of opening back to 24/7 anytime soon. And that is from Walmart itself. On their actual Walmart thing saying, we are not going back to 24/7. Not anytime soon. Because apparently everybody thought they were going back on the 3rd. And that's not true. They are not. Anyway, so I'm already at that point crying, standing in the line. The lady is like, don't worry about the other customers. We have other people to take care of that. Let's just take care of this. And I was like, at that point, I was like, I've been out away from the house at that point for 3.5 hours. And I should have already at that point been home. So I was like, this is outside my window of like my time frame, and nothing went the way it was supposed to. And I'm like, I lost track of what I should have been doing because I was already in a panic. And so we took everything out of the cart and we went through, we got all the WIC items out of the grocery bags. We deleted them from my receipt. She paid it back to me in the cash. And then the other lady, while we were getting that finished, went and took the WIC items back over to the register, rung it all back in. And I went over and I scanned the WIC card and got the receipts, put everything back in the cart. That part was fine. And then I was like, okay, now I have to go to the money center and put the money, the cash, because I don't carry cash. I need to put the cash on my card. You need to deposit the cash. I have never had a problem doing this, putting, breaking it up into certain amounts, because I'm not going to disclose the amount, just that I had to break it up because they don't allow like a certain amount. My card only allows you to put so much at a time on. And I was like, oh, this is so annoying. So I went to put that amount on that I know my card usually clears, and it kept denying it. And then it kept sending me a message on my phone saying, there's not enough money for your transaction. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not trying to take money. I'm trying to put money. So we kept trying, and come to find out it's the Walmart machine. So I'm like, at that point, I'm starting to really panic. I'm like, I just need to put the money on there because I have 2 bills that need to get paid, that money needs to go in there. That was the whole point of why I came up here, to get my grocery stuff done and then pay those 2 bills. That's why I'm all the way up here. I was like, oh my gosh. Finally, after about the 5th attempt of them doing that, their machine finally kicked over and worked, and we got the money put on my card. But like, their stuff was screwy, and their internet or Wi-Fi wasn't working correctly, so it kept on processing things incorrectly. Finally, they got it onto my card, and then we put the remaining amount on my other card that I have. And so I was like, when I get home, I'll just transfer it from that one into my bank account, whatever. So I get done and I get to the car and I put everything in the car. And then I look in my seat and I realized I still needed to go to the UPS store. And Sarah and I were talking, we were going to grab food because at that point, like, I'm not going to be able to cook. My brain wasn't working. And I was like, what do you want? Well, I can stop and grab stuff right there, because there's like this really amazing like wings and really awesome like sandwich store right there at the Walmart. And I was like, I'll just go in there and grab hot wings first, because we both love hot wings. I was like, yeah, I'll just get a big batch of hot wings and when I will munch on those and just call it a day. I walk in there and there's like 10 people in the line. And I knew with 10 people in the line plus the other 5 people that were standing over on the other side, those 5 were still waiting for their order to be completed. And there was 10 more people still to put an order in. So I knew there's no way I'm going to stand here. That's going to take another hour or more. I was like, forget it. I will stop at the Sonic on the way home, because it's right by the house. We'll just swing into Sonic and then I'll come straight home. So I said, we're going to grab Sonic. What do you want? So she messaged me and told me what she wanted. But I got all the way to the UPS store. I took my item in. I gave them the thing. She scanned it. It was the quickest and easiest drop off I've ever had. So that Amazon return is done. And I got like the drive home. I sat and I listened to the trial that's been going on. I don't know if anybody else has been watching the Karen Read trial. It's the Commonwealth of Massachusetts versus Karen Read. So yeah, it was something that I left here. Jesse, I'm not even kidding. I left the house exactly at noon. Like, we put the baby down at 11:41. He was ready. He asked mommy to brush his teeth and put him in bed. He said, brush my teeth, I night. And so she brushed his teeth and laid him down for his nap. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get the WIC and I'm gonna grab the groceries. Okay. And I left, and I knew that if I left at noon, I should be back by 2. That's usually how it works. I can leave at noon and be back by 2, because when we don't have the baby with us, I can just go bing, 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 and get out of the store. And I had a few items I had already pre-ordered, so they were already waiting for me for pickup. So I was like, cool. So all I'm going in the store for is to grab the WIC items, and then going ahead, after I grab all the WIC items, then I can grab the couple of groceries that we needed and go to the front and pay for it, and then go pick up the pickup stuff. Well, that didn't happen, as you've heard. So instead of all of that, I ended up doing pickup first with a cart full of groceries that I had to leave sitting at the side of the pickup area, and then grab my cart after I had everything in the car and go back through the store. and then still realized that none of that stuff was done. And then I had to go to the bank, come back to the store, go through the store again because I screwed up and didn't do my payment correctly. And then the stupid money wouldn't go where it was supposed to go. And so, yeah, by the time I got home, it was 6 o'clock. So I was gone for 6 hours on a time limit that was supposed to take 2. And yeah. So yeah, it made me panic. And if you have agoraphobia with panic disorder, yeah, it's that's one of those things where I wish that I had I wish that Toby was able to have been trained for that, because I think in that moment I really, really, really could have used something to ground me. I was so not grounded. Once I started to panic, it was like a slippery slope, and I didn't have anybody with me to like rein me in or to keep me like here or focused or whatever. And so for me, and I try to explain this to people, and if you don't understand it, you just don't. And if you've never ever had like that moment, then it just doesn't make sense. Like some people be like, oh my God, it was just going to the store. But it's not. So, and it just feels so stupid. Like afterwards, like when I look back at it, I'm just like, why did I panic so bad? And I think it's just because I really don't do well with people. It's a very, very overwhelming thing for me. I don't do well with people. I don't do well in crowds. And so like I went to TwitchCon a few years ago with Sarah. I think we went in 2017 TwitchCon. And even though I had planned my entire day and I knew that I was going to be meeting a group of people from a community that that I had a massive hanging out with. And the first 2 days I stayed with them, and we had so much fun. It was absolutely, the reason why I didn't take Sarah with me is because every time we tried to take Carlisle in the car, he hates the car. And I don't blame him. He hates the car. He doesn't like traveling. I think he might even get slightly motion sick. So it's not his favorite thing to do. And so if we don't have to take him, I don't want to have to put him through that. It makes him very anxious. It makes him very upset. And he cries until he gets sick. He doesn't like it. And so if we don't have to put him through that, then we don't. But I knew that there was no way we could go tomorrow because we're having the new air conditioning, heating unit, and water unit, and all the new electrical lining being put in tomorrow. So I knew that I needed to be here tomorrow. So I can't go tomorrow, and we needed to get the groceries today because we needed groceries, and I had my order for pickup already ordered. So I had all these things and Carlisle's the Leapfrog educational stuff ready to be picked up. So I was like, I know I needed to get those things, and I needed to take the capacitor back over to the UPS store so they can send that back to Amazon, because we don't need it now that we have the new system going in. So with the new system going in, the guys came out and got this AC up and running and it was included getting this one working while they go and get our new one ordered and get it brought in. So we knew that they were going to go ahead and get that one running, and it didn't cost anything extra. It was just part of the whole deal, making sure this one was working until the new one was here. And they had us up and running. I kid you not, I knew what it was. And the guy was like, here, I'm going to just give this to you. And he gave me the blown out capacitor. He's like, you're a smart lady. Good job and a good eye. And so that I knew that was the problem. And so I was correct. He literally, I kid you not, had my order come in correctly and came in the same day that the next day because I had next day delivery, but it didn't show up next day. I could have put the capacitor on in 20 minutes. Like it took him literally 20 minutes. And this man had the new capacitor in and the air conditioner up and running all in 20 minutes time. A 20-minute job cost, which I had ordered online, $28 for a new capacitor. $28 job or $28 part that would have taken 20 minutes, and they were going to charge me, if I had just called them and had them just put that in, $400 to do that. I'm out here to put the new capacitor on and have the thing up and running, $400, or just pay what I was going to end up paying anyway, because I was having the house done to be all electric. Just get it done now. I mean, it's already part of the loan, so just pull from the loan and put it in there. So that's what we ended up doing. So I was like, you know what? Why am I sitting here dorking with this machine that I know isn't pulling right? And it's going to blow the capacitor again in another 3 or 4 months, because we're living in the house full time and we're not doing what the other people were doing. They were here during the winter months. We're here during the summer. That air conditioner is going to be running and it's going to be pumping air through this house. It needs to be the right size. So they're going to pull that thing, and that's a 1999 EC unit. You guys, this house is a 2015. So why on a 2015 home, which is a big freaking home, 2015 home, which is a 9-year-old house, why do you have a 25-year-old air conditioning unit on it? So anyway, that's so yeah, that's why Neil messaged me and said, he's just sending me the money tomorrow to go get the groceries for our weekend dinner. And I'm like, no, you can go with me on Saturday and I will drive you to the store and we'll grab the stuff for that. The groceries I went for today are just our basic groceries. Now, when Neil comes up, we always get some extra stuff when he comes up, but I wait till he comes up to do that. So yeah, needless to say, that was a very hard day for me. I didn't expect to be out of the house for 6 hours. That was not my intention. That was not what I needed for myself. And I did not need to be around people for that long. Yeah. And it was so busy. And then trying to get on to the interstate again. I'm fine. This was one of the reasons why we fought the VA so hard, because my agoraphobia with panic disorder didn't start until after my accident, when I was active duty. When I had my accident back in 2007. The accident actually happened in 2006. I didn't get out until 2007. So in 2006, when the accident happened, I was okay going and doing things. It wasn't like a big deal. I just kind of ignored people back then. But after my accident and the trauma that I sustained from that accident, and the fear of, like, I don't know, there's just like this huge fear I had of trusting and being around larger groups of people. Because like I said, when the accident happened, we were on a flight line of a lot of people. Like, you have 280 plus jets on the line. You've got a crew of roughly between 6 and 7 people per crew. You got 3 on each wing. So we had a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people. When the accident happened, I came out of that being very distrustful of large groups. We had, an idiot amongst us, and several of us were badly hurt because of an idiot. And so having to have my surgery to repair my shoulder, the surgery to repair my knee, and then having to have a second surgery on my knee, leaving me to where my hips aren't set right. So now I have issues when it comes to walking. My mobility some days is really, really bad. A lot of times my shoulder gets real, even with having it repaired, I still don't have full range in my arm. I also get really bad cramping and stiffness and whatnot in my neck, which leads to really bad migraines and really bad head pain. I also have damage from an incident when I was younger. Don't really get into that on here. So because of that damage, and then combined with my shoulder damage, the migraines can get really, really bad. And then to top that all off, I just have this overwhelming fear of groups of people, just large groups of people being outside of my home, like my familiar places. Now, people assume agoraphobia means fear of leaving your house. No, that's not what it means. It just means it's a fear of large places, large groups, unfamiliar settings. Like Walmart is familiar in the sense I know where things are, which is why I hate when they change things up in the store. But I know where things are. I know that I'm going there. I know it's a grocery store and a home goods store and whatnot. Like, so you can get your things for your home and for your gardening and for your car, but it's like an everything shop. And then you can get your groceries there. They're like the best place, like price wise out here. So I know the place. It's the fact that there's always different people within that place. And it's not necessarily a fear of leaving it's a fear of leaving what I know is familiar and being around a lot of people that I don't know and not knowing how those people are going to react or respond or behave around me. And yeah, that was why we got Toby. He was going to be for two specific reasons. One, to help me with the fact that I panic, and two, to help me with my mobility, which is why we got a very large dog. Now, I wish you guys could really get a sense of how big this dog is. We had his blood work done. I don't think I told you guys. So we had his blood work done. Here, I'll tell you what the numbers are. Had us laughing because I actually ended up telling the guy that we got him from, because he has completely been told that the dog he has, which is his dog, is my pup's father, and his dog is a poodle and husky mix. And so we kind of got a good laugh because on here we have the list. Hold on, where's that at? Here we go. So the list here, there it is. So Toby's DNA came back, and people always laugh because when you add this up, it goes above 100%. They're not saying this is the percentage that makes up my dog. This is what his percentile of that breed mix is within him. So he's 47% Irish Wolfhound. I think we all kind of figured that out early on, but okay. 47% Irish Wolfhound, 35% poodle. So like a standard poodle. So you have poodle and then you have toy poodle, but poodle. He is 27% Rottweiler. Okay, that might be why he's so thick. You know what I mean? Like he's really robust. So he's got the size and hair of an Irish Wolfhound, but the girth, like the structure of a Rottweiler. He's got 23% Staffordshire Bull Terrier and 15% Husky. So there is Husky in there. And then he's got a bunch of other breeds. So there's like, one of them was something kind of King Charles Cavalier, which by the way is a really small dog. I looked it up. That was only at 1%. So very, very small. There's a whole list. So he's got another like 15 breeds that are in there, and they're all like medium to small, like tiny dogs. And those all range in between like 5% and 1%. Some of them are like 3%, whatnot, but they're all super, super tiny little. So he's pretty much a Heinz 57. He's a mutt. But his biggest factor, so whenever the vet saw that, so now on his paperwork, the vet has him down as an Irish Wolfhound mix. So because his dominating breed, the breed that he is the largest number on, that he is like clearly, you see him, he's clearly a big breed. Like he's a large breed dog. He's considered a giant breed. He is 98 pounds when he just got weighed at the groomers. 98 pounds, and he just turned 1. Was it yesterday? I think his birthday was yesterday. Yeah, he turned a year old yesterday. So he did little cookies and stuff like that because, you know, him's my baby. But he's huge. And if you're following on Instagram or whatnot, I posted him on there. I'm telling you, I think I might have adopted, you know, a horse of some sort, because this dog, this is him at the kitchen table. My dog, I love when I see this. I got him his haircut. That dog is massive. His back is the height of the kitchen table. So he's huge. When I tell people this dog is huge, you don't realize how big he is until you see him in person. And then you go, whoa. I have a picture of him. If I can get this. Nope, nope. Hey, hello thing. Let me get this to go this way because I know that she doesn't like the baby's face shown. So God, I want to kind of see if I can get him in there, but without the baby's face. Okay, like that. This is Toby playing at the couch with the baby. So the baby's right in front. But yeah, you can't read the depth of that picture. He's so, like, that's not even, you can't even see just how big he is. Oh my God, this little turd. That hair. Also, if you guys are wondering how curly Carlisle's hair is, no, I don't even know if you guys can see that. There you go. Look at that hair. Look at those curls. His curls are insane. But yeah, so this dog is a big dog. So I try to explain that to people. It's really hard to tell though, until you see him in person. But yeah, he blows my mind with the size that he is, and he's not done growing yet. He's still got another 6 months of growing, according to the vet. So right around 18 months of age, they kind of like he'll start to slow down now, but as he gets to 18 months old, so the vet feels he's going to roughly reach roughly another 10 pounds of weight in the next 6 months. So we're looking at roughly about 110-pound dog when he's done growing, which most Irish Wolfhounds reach at about 120 pounds for the males and about 89 to 95 pounds for the females. And because he, of course, is a male, he is going to roughly reach about 110 pounds. Yeah, same. Me too. Me too. So yeah, I thought about doing one of the puzzles, one of the Legos, but because my hands have been shaking so bad because the anxiety put me through the roof, yeah, I was like, I'm not going to sit here and try to do the tiny little pieces. But something I did do, and maybe I'm a glutton for punishment, you guys, but I ordered from Leslie, is the name of the company that does them. From Leslie, they do, it's like a Lego, but it's micro Lego. So they're micro blocks, really, really tiny. They're really tiny. Micro blocks, and it's Hogwarts in micro block. So it'll even be smaller than this Hogwarts. And I like a challenging puzzle. So I don't know if I'm going to do it on stream. I might have to, because it is so fascinating. I was watching somebody else do a video of the micro blocks, and I was super intrigued by it. And I was like, I'm going to have to get it. I also got from another company that's not Lego, the Gringotts Bank that I wanted. Now it's a much smaller version, so it stands probably about this tall versus the big, huge version, which I was going to put on the shelf, and it was going to have the upper part of the bank here and the lower part of the bank underneath. So you wouldn't, I mean, you could stack it, of course. It's a full Lego set, but Lego discontinued that one, and I was super bummed out. And because Lego discontinued it and it's not even on their website, I couldn't order it. So I'm just going to go with the knockoff version of it, I guess. It's not as cool looking as the actual Lego one. The Lego one is amazing. And I really still want that set. And hopefully, I'm hoping, you guys, that somebody at some point will put theirs up on eBay or whatnot and decide that they don't want it anymore, or they've already built it and they've decided that they're going to sell theirs. Because I'll tell you what, I'll scoop it up. I want that Gringotts Bank. But it is what it is. These are really good chicken. I wish I could just eat it, but because my stomach, everything's all out of whack. No, I don't want a camper van. No, thank you. He's like, guys, it's available. You willing to trade it for a camper van? No. I specified exactly what I'm looking for. The camper van isn't going to help me any. What am I going to do with the camper van? I'm trying to sell the RV. Why would I want a camper van? Like I said, I will sell the RV, or I will trade with you for a pickup truck. Because the whole point of getting the camper, the RV sold is so I can buy a truck for the farm. We need a farm truck. We need a farm truck because we need to be able to hook up the thing so we can haul water. But yeah, I need to go get the new water tank. That's gonna be fun. I gotta get the new water tank picked up. Because of my anxiety went through the roof, my stomach's in a tizzy. And because I also have lupus, so when I get overly stressed like that, I'm really hoping that today doesn't send me into a flare-up. That's the only thing, is that if I get overwhelmingly stressed for too long of a period, that usually ends up triggering me going into a flare-up. And I don't want that to happen. That's usually one of my biggest triggers. And when that usually happens, I end up having to go on IV to help my body, because I end up to a point where I can't eat. I will vomit profusely, or dry heave, I should say, because even the thought of food or taking a bite of food will send me into like a whole spin. So just trying to take it nice and easy, little bites. But yeah, my stomach is like all in a knot from being so overwhelmed today and having that panic attack. Like, wow, that I could not believe, like I was like crying in front of those people. And that made it even worse, I think, was the fact that I just couldn't hold it together long enough to just get through what I needed to do and get out of there. Most of the time I can like, talk myself through it, you know? I just keep telling myself, like, you're just going to get this done. It's okay. Nobody else is worried. You're going to be fine. And I think it's because it just got longer and longer and longer and longer and more compound, and other things kept coming. And then I had to change everything, and I had to go to a different location. Yeah, and the thought, you guys, I'm not even kidding you, the thought of having to go back through the store and re-shop, I think that was where that's what broke me, was just the thought of having to do it all over again. And that sounds so dumb, right, to be like, I have to go back and do all that shopping again. But it was already hard enough to go through and do the picking everything through the shop as it was. So doing it the first time is already a task and a chore and anxiety inducing to begin with. The thought of having to do it a second time within an hour and a half of each other, because my bank couldn't do their job and bank like a bank is supposed to. Yeah, that messed me up. You know, it just sounds so stupid. It sounds so stupid. Why couldn't my brain just brain correctly? Although I'm so in love with these. I'm actually super upset though that kind of also put a damper in me too, that this was damaged. Like this, look at this tear. It goes all the way up to here. Look at that. It goes all the way to there. All the way to there. And then the same on this side. Goes all the way up to here. That's okay. I will get the little piece. I'll tape that up. I've got the thing in my other room. I have invisible tape. Yep, just take it easy from this point. But yes, look at these. These are so friggin', you guys. That is amazing. This artwork. Okay, Jim K. Like, honestly. Look at that artwork. Look at the artwork. Guys, look at that. The artwork is amazing. It's so good. And then if you close this, you've got it literally in the one book, like the other books come. It's just, this whole thing is just stunning. It looks like parchment paper, the way that they did this. Like, you can't really tell. Oh, you can see a little bit. It looks like stained parchment paper. Oh my God, it's Hagrid. Hi, Hagrid. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look. How freaking cool is that? Like, honestly. Oh my God, I just realized something. The cover. The cover is the entire, like, it's the entire King's Cross. It's King's Cross Station. So, yeah, the actual cover art of the book. I remember in the book it said about this guy. This is hilarious. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Because they're talking about being out in the storm. So the pages have like water spots all over them, like water dripped all over this in the rain. Uncle Vernon slamming and hammering stuff. He's so funny looking. I love that they did Dudley in the book. They put Dudley the way Dudley's described in the book. So the artist did such a fantastic job. The movies did great. Like, I think the kid that played Dudley, Dursley, did a really good job portraying him. But in the book, he is described as blonde, a little blonde-haired boy. And Aunt Petunia is also described as blonde, which is where Dudley gets his blonde hair from. So I think because they brought in an actress that doesn't have the blonde hair, which, by the way, I forgot her name for the life of me, that plays Aunt Petunia in the movies. She's a fantastic actress, and I love her in multiple movies that she's been in. I absolutely love her. She played a fantastic Aunt Petunia. So Dudley in his Smeltings clothing. Oh yeah. The snake. Oh, man, the artwork in this. Oh, hello, Harry. They did such a good job with Harry. Like, I mean, they really did a great job casting Harry by having Daniel Radcliffe. I know that Rowling was very, very big about absolutely, like, Dan was Harry. The only thing that they weren't able to do, which I wish they had done it in like digital editing after the fact, was his eye color. Because Harry is described with green eyes. He has his mother's green eyes. And that was one of the biggest things when you hear it throughout the series, when people tell Harry, you have your mother's eyes. Oh, the boy in the cupboard. His little cupboard with the spiders. Gosh, they did such a great job. In the books, like, you hear it throughout the books, throughout the series, when they always tell him, you look like your father, but you have your mother's eyes. They show a picture and whatnot of, and the lady they chose to play Lily Potter, which is Harry's mom, she has brown eyes in the movies. So it doesn't even add up to even say that he has her eyes through any of the series, because Daniel Radcliffe has bright blue eyes. So they had Harry have bright blue eyes. But when they end up bringing in the characters to play James and Lily, the guy they picked to play James fits perfectly. They look so much alike. Like, they definitely looks like he could be his father. But then the lady they picked to play Lily, fantastic actress, by the way. They should have either one had her wear contacts to match his blue eyes, you know. Yeah, I have all of the Harry Potter soft cover books, the hardcover books, and now the illustrated. They still haven't finished the illustrated version, so there's still 2 more books left. So they still need the Half-Blood Prince is in illustration right now. Like, the artist that wrote these ones, that did these, all the artistry in these, is working on Half-Blood Prince right now, and then there'll be the Deathly Hallows after that. So those 2 books are still in, like, they're still processing. So I'm super excited to get those next 2. I'm like, oh, they've got to hurry up, because the Order of the Phoenix came out in 2022. So I'm hoping, because there was a 3-year gap between the Goblet of Fire and then the Order of the Phoenix, but Goblet of Fire came out in 2019, and then of course good old COVID happened. So I don't know if that played a part. I thought that was coming apart. That's just the way that the cover is. Okay. I think maybe that might have played a part in it. That's why we didn't get Order of the Phoenix until 2022. So I'm hoping that it'll stick with how it's been this whole time, where it's been like a year and a half to 2 years in between each publication. So hopefully we'll see one here soon. But yeah, that is a really good depiction of the cupboard under the stairs. I absolutely love that. There's all his little trinkets and all his little things that are described in the book, and I just absolutely love it. The Vanishing Glass. Yeah, this whole thing. Oh my goodness, it's Hagrid. Yes, it's Hagrid flying on the motorcycle. I love this little insert here. I'll just say it, this part right here. It says, could I say goodbye to him, sir? Asked Hagrid. He bent his great shaggy head over Harry and gave him what must have been a very scratchy, whiskery kiss. Then suddenly Hagrid let out a howl like a wounded dog. Shh! Yes, Professor McGonagall. You'll wake the muggles. So sorry, sobbed Hagrid, taking out a large spotted handkerchief and burying his face in it. But I can't stand it. Lily and James and poor little Harry off to live with muggles. Yes, it's all very well, but get a grip on yourself, Hagrid. One of the best. Look at good old Hagrid riding that bike. Oh yeah. This whole thing is just so well done. Just so well done. Oh, the beautiful apples. Professor McGonagall. By the way, that's Professor McGonagall. She was reading the map, by the way. Oh, and then Aunt Petunia right here. So is anybody else excited to see, oh, that's gorgeous. Anybody else excited to see the version that's coming out on Max that they're doing? They're doing a series, and oh my goodness, this is fantastic. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, some of the stuff I ordered, you guys, is going to be for putting up in here to continue this entire Harry Potter theme that I've got going in here. I'm going to actually paint in here. So this is going to become an entire space of Hogwarts. So I'm going to try to get, well, the back wall here, I'm not sure if this is going to get covered with wall-to-wall shelving. But the rest of the room, I'm going to try to get it to where it's going to have your Hogwarts colors and whatnot. So I'm really, really excited to that. This is fantastic.
Look at Hermione and her curly bushy hair. Oh my goodness, this is fantastic. Um, so yeah, I am super duper duper excited to get this room painted. Once it's all painted, I'm going to also order the Lego version of the banners, the house banners, because each one of those banners opens up into like the Hogwarts. What do they call it? Each of their sitting rooms. There's another name for it, but the sitting room nonetheless. Look at Harry. Oh, his glasses are broken again at the end of the story. I forgot about that. Look at his cute. Oh my God! Look how cute they did. Look at Harry. Tell me Daniel Radcliffe did not fit that perfectly. Daniel Radcliffe fit that role perfectly. Look at sweet little Harry Potter. Oh my goodness, that is the cutest picture. Oh, the green of those eyes. Oh, I love this, the way that they did this. Okay, I'm not showing you guys that. Oh, that's creepy. If you guys want to see some of these stuff, you gotta go and get them. Oh, that is amazing. Oh, they did so good with each of them. Like Hermione, hello. Oh, hello, Harry. Come on through. Oh gosh, Fluffy, the three-headed dog. The fact that they actually really made Fluffy look fluffy, I love it. I'm not talking about Fang. Fang is different. Fluffy is the three-headed dog. Oh, this is just beautiful. Oh my God, Professor McGonagall. Oh, that's so good. Can we see that? Like we still don't see it at this point. And wait a minute, what is happening here? Oh yeah, when they came to get Norbert. Okay, I was wondering about that part. Oh my God, they did do Fang correctly. Good job. Fang is a boarhound, by the way, or what a lot of us would consider a Great Dane. Yeah, Norbert, the Norwegian Ridgeback. What a name! Oh wow, wow, they nailed it. Wow. So the way that Draco Malfoy is described in the books. First of all, Tom Felton, thank you for playing an amazing Draco Malfoy. But one of the ways they describe Draco Malfoy is his crystal-like colored eyes. Like he's got these crystally blue eyes that almost appear white. And so, yeah, they did such a great job on building up his character. There's Dumbledore. Oh, wow. Hello, Dumbledore. Oh my goodness, they did so good. Oh, you guys. I think I'm in love with these illustrated versions. Just seeing Harry standing there, leaning into that mirror, just hoping that he could just have just another moment with his parents is so heartbreaking. Y'all don't even understand. That is such a great depiction of Ronald Weasley. The way he's described in the book. Oh, such a great depiction. Oh, hello. Well, we know that that's just one of the other people, but y'all, I cannot with the way they did Hermione in this. She is perfection. They did such a perfect job of showing exactly how Hermione is very just kind of, she's not pretty in the sense of what is deemed by societal norm pretty. She is you're very homely kind of young lady. She looks like a mess. She looks like one someone needs to take a comb to her. Her hair is an absolute mess, the way she's described in the book, and I love this. my God, he's so ugly. By the way, I'm talking about the troll. Look at the Quidditch pitch. The Quidditch pitch is amazing. Harry's broom that he got. Oh my God. Ooh. Nearly headless Nick. Nearly headless. The midnight duel. Peeves. That's Peeves. Students out of bed. Oh my goodness gracious. Y'all are too funny. I'm in love with the way the illustrations in this, you guys. Wow, look at Hagrid's hut. I'm going to just be sitting there tonight going through all of these pictures to look at all of this detail. Like I haven't even, like I've seen that picture, but I have not looked at the up close detail. Oh, also, I need to do it. Oh, there you go. There's nearly headless Nick right here. I got a thing online to learn how to make potions, like the little jars with the potions. So I ordered the stuff to the jars, and then I have all the things to do the really cool potion mixing. Oh, that's beautiful. There we go. This is the cover of the book, like the actual outside cover. This is King's Cross. You got all the people, by the way, so that is people all through here. It took me a second to realize that that's what it was. And then, of course, you've got the Hogwarts Express with the hog on the front, the flying hog on the front, which is absolutely stunning. All the Hogwarts owls, the beautiful birds. You've got your cats. You've got Harry. This is just stunning. This is stunning. I'm just going to have to sit down and go through this. Oh, look, see what I said about Draco. So Tom Felton did a fantastic job. But there you go. There's Draco Malfoy with his crystal-like eyes. How gorgeous is that entire thing. This was during the time when they were getting measured for Harry to get his robes. So he hadn't even gone to Hogwarts yet. And he didn't know Draco as Draco yet. And wow. You know what I need to do? Because, of course, I don't have the money. Oh, my God. I'm just in love. I don't have the money for all of the big Lego sets, but I do have the capability to handcraft and make and hot glue gun my own Diagon Alley. So I think I might build my own Diagon Alley with the things that I've got going. This is fantastic, where you could really see Hagrid's size in comparison. It is absolutely fantastic. He's just like a little kid. I love it. And his little pink umbrella. He's so tiny. Oh my goodness. Okay, I love this because that's exactly how I envisioned Hagrid sleeping when he was sleeping on the couch in the shack. They don't show that in the little shack that they were in. But yeah, that is hilarious. Oh my gosh, this is literally the best. Okay. Wow. The Keeper of Keys. So I'm going to sit in my bed. She was a little bit ago, but I think she's actually on the phone with her other half right now. So they are in conversation. So let's see here. Oh, I don't want to close that because I want to finish watching the rest of this morning's part of the trial. No, that's right. She's not wrong. You see me up till 3 or 4 a.m., mind your business. Zing right. Zing right. Aw. Yep, that's true. Like that's something people need to learn to listen to. If a parent tells you they need space and a moment, give them that because you can love your kids and that's absolutely healthy and beautiful and they are amazing gifts, not even gonna lie. But sometimes being a parent can be excruciatingly overwhelming. It can be excruciatingly um, more than you bargain for on some days, and sometimes way over the top of what you signed up for. And it can be really, really, really stressful. So it's one of those things. Wait a minute, she graduated today? What? How is she even old enough to graduate already? How the heck? Um, but yeah, it's if a parent tells you, hey, can you give me 5 minutes? Like, I just need 5 minutes. Even if that means give me a few minutes to go take a shower, or give me a few minutes to just, I need to go in the other room and drink a hot coffee or something, just without the child present. That doesn't mean they don't love their child. It doesn't mean that they aren't absolutely blessed and feel blessed. But there are times where a parent just needs a minute to gather themselves because it's really hard to help your child learn to regulate if you are not regulated. So, just as a tip out there for people, I do a fantastic job when it comes to regulating myself when it came with my kids. I don't know what it is about being a mom for me personally, but I thrive wholeheartedly when I'm actively parenting, when I am with the children. Like when my kids were really little, I think it's what helped me stay so grounded because I knew for their benefit, I needed to stay in check. My kids aren't kids and like babies anymore. And so I don't really have anything other than Carlisle at this point to ground me. So when I'm with him during the day, he keeps me so grounded. She needs time for herself right now, Jesse. That's why she left the chat. Um, but like for me, when I'm around Carlisle, it keeps me really grounded. It keeps me from mentally wandering. Um, but then there are times like now where I get to come in here and I have something I'm focused on, right? I'm going to chat with you guys. I'm going to do something. I have a task in mind. Now, Neil was here the other day. He's at work right now, but when he was in here the other day, he was able to let you guys know. Like, I'm a constant go, go, go kind of person. I'm constantly doing something. I can't be left to idle. I can't. I can't just go and say, you know what, I'm going to go lay down in my room and just watch a movie because that doesn't happen. So, like, if I decide to put on a movie, I will also grab a book. Don't ask. It could be two totally different things, but the movie will be running so that I have sound and then I will be reading. I don't know why. A lot of times recently, what I've done is I've now started to do it to where I put on um, a type of music, so an ambiance type of music or a piano setup, or what do they call it? There's a name for it. I forgot what it's called, but anyway, so it'll be like a concerto or something like that, where it's like just the piano and maybe a couple of violins, but then it's just like they have it's like background music, I guess you'd say. Like, so if you listen to certain like movies or whatnot, there's this consistent music playing that ebbs and flows throughout the movie. You almost 90% of the time don't realize it's there until you start listening for it. Next time you go to a movie, just listen to the background. Like, just genuinely listen to the background and not try to pay attention to the actual conversation. Not at the theater. Don't do that because you'll waste your money on a good movie. But if you get a chance and you're going to watch a movie, and you're sit down at home and it's something you've already seen, go back there and watch it and just listen. Like the Harry Potter movies are so good at it. That little that music is low key in the background the entire movie. There's all these little ebbs and flows of that music through the entire movie. And that tune changes ever so slightly with each book. So or with each movie. But if you watch the movies, you'll notice the tenor of the music, its pitch and its rhythmic pacing, and several of the notes are changed slightly to pick up for the change in each movie. And it's so fantastic. It's so fantastic. I think it's called Hedwig's. It's like Hedwig's song or something like that, but it's really, really good. All the littles that got finished with school today is amazing. Yeah, why did people do that to her? Okay, first of all, I don't think she watches my streams. However, my friend Chris, I'm going to tell her right now because people need to quit it. My friend reached out a week or so ago. She was asking people about ideas for high caloric foods, so foods that have high calories. She's asking so that way, because she has some things going on, I won't disclose anything, but she really wants to put some weight back on. And I understand it. Believe me, I understand it. And I fought with that kind of stuff for myself when I was going through my flare-ups, but I also had to go through this for Taylor when Taylor was younger. And even now, I've been having to get on him about his weight. But people started telling her to not gain weight. Don't worry about increasing your calories. Don't gain weight. You look great the way you are. Rude. So rude. That is the rudest thing you can say to someone who's telling you for their own benefit, they want to put some weight on. And you're telling them you look fantastic. You don't need to put anything on. That's rude. So please don't do that to people. Just don't. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Why do people do that? Why? Jesus, people, just if somebody asks you for some recipes that help with calories, just if you know a good recipe that gives good amount of calories, just say so. Just give that because that's what they asked for. They didn't ask for the unsolicited. Oh, you look fantastic. You don't need to put on any weight. Da, da, da. Don't do that. Just don't. Yeah, no. Don't comment on people's weight. Some of us struggle with weight. Like, I know that I do. My weight fluctuates so stupid, so dramatically. Like, when I have a flare up, I will lose 10, 15, 20 pounds. I mean, and I shrink right out of the clothes I'm in. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And then when I'm not in a flare up and I finally slightly get my appetite back, I start to put weight back on. And I get to this point, I get stuck. I get like plateau out. And I get stuck at a spot that I don't want to be. And I'm like, okay, well now I'm stuck here. What am I going to do? And it's such a struggle. It is such a struggle. Right now, where I'm at, I'm happy. So I'm like maintaining finally where I'm happy. But oh boy, is it a roller coaster. Exactly. There you go. Have some ice cream, honey. Yes, eat a lot of avocados. Avocados. Yep. I love you, Chris. Keep it up, girl. mm. Tessa. They went out and had themselves a Mother's Day weekend. That's how you go do it right there. Oh, no, someone's loose dog. Y'all, thank you guys for being here and letting me rant about my horrendous experience today. Wait, it's opening tomorrow, right? It's opening tomorrow. Oh my God, it's opening tomorrow. We're not going to be over there because I'm going to be here getting my new stuff put on my house. Man, they're opening the new bridge tomorrow from Arizona to Nevada. And it's going to it's going to make travel so much easier. Y'all don't even understand how much easier this is going to be. Like, we're going to be able to finally go shopping from here so much easier because we'll be able to just go straight down, catch the bridge, go through the backside and catch the other bridge. Finally, we don't have to go through the entirety of the city to get to the other side where all the good shopping is. We can just go through Nevada. Oh my gosh. I am so excited. Oh my gosh. We have been waiting for that bridge for so long. You all don't even understand. What is wrong with people? Wow. All right, you little jerks. They look like kids. You're telling me these kids tried to carjack someone over in Laughlin? They literally, I'm not even kidding you, these look like kids, like high school kids. Yeah, they literally look like high school kids. Wow. Yeah, I think the parents need to step up. There ain't no way those parents don't know that that's their child. Those are some clear pictures. Mm-mm. Yeah, those are some, y'all,
You know, like you go to places and you see these cameras, but they'll post like pictures of like camera footage, and they're like, hey, does anybody know who this is or whatever? And you see it and you go, how are we going to pick out anything out of that picture? No, no, no. These are some very good pictures of these little criminals. I'm going to say criminals because they're teenage kids, but they tried to carjack someone at gunpoint. So, oh no. Sir, where are you going? Stop. Where are you going? You're just going to cross the train track with your dog even though the things just came down to tell you that the train is coming? What are you doing? Wow. Why? I don't know why you would do that. What? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh gosh. So where's what's going on? Can we? Nothing's happening. Why do they do that? Why? Why do y'all do that? They're trying to stop someone right there. They're waving their hands at someone. At who though? Okay, I'm so confused. I don't see anything happening right there. You see the pole. This person runs up to the thing, stops. I'm confused. I don't see any other vehicles in the video except for this dummy. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, there's that dummy. Ow, girl, are you okay, sweetheart? Oh, she got hit by that big old gate. Oh no, is she okay? Well, whoever that guy was, oh man, oh, her leg is bleeding good. Oh boy. What the heck? What happened? That guy just blew right through the railroad crossing, took both arm things completely out. The one arm thing spun around, and there was a young lady standing at the side, and she just got plowed by it across her poor leg. Oh gosh. Wow, the officers, everybody showed up so fast. I wonder if it was because they were following that truck. That thing was careening out of control coming down that road. Holy cow. How is anyone supposed to recognize a three? Ooh, that was loud. I'm surprised. Whoa. Well, I don't know how that even happened. That was really loud. Sorry, guys. That was quite scary. Jesus thing, what are you on for? I turned the speaker off and it still played anyway. There we go. I put it on mute. Oh, Tosh, honey. Okay. Anyway, I'm probably going to get off here now. I'm going to go and look at my books because they're so well done. I'm going to go look at my books and unwind the rest of the way. Also, of course, like I showed earlier, we have Luna Lovegood and Fleur Delicia. I would love it if they came out also with Cedric Diggory and
Victor Crumb. Then we could put the Tri-Wizard wizards up here, and I can get a second Harry and put him up there with them in their Tri-Wizard, gear. So then we would have the Tri-Wizard champions. Then we could have the Golden Trio. We could have if they could please, official Harry Potter Wizarding World collector people, the guys that make these. Could you make Ginny Weasley and Neville Longbottom, please? Can we do that? That would be fantastic. I know that a lot of people are probably gonna be like, well, we want Draco too. We want Draco too, but we need Draco with like his little Goonies at some point. So that would be kind of cool too. But like, can we please get Neville Longbottom and Ginny Weasley to have the trio together? That would be great. And then eventually, of course, like I would love it if you guys could get us the other main characters. I would love to have the twins. That would be amazing to have these dolls with Fred and George and kind of have their cool, what is the name of their Wizard Wheezes? Weasley's Wizard Wheezes shop stuff. That would be awesome. But I also would really, really, really love to get Dumbledore, Hagrid, Snape, McGonagall, all of your different dark arts had like professors. That would be amazing. To get Slughorn, Lupin, and who else? We need Sirius Black. Like, let's be real. We need Sirius Black in there. He wasn't one of the teachers, but we do need Sirius Black in there. We need Gilderoy Lockhart. We just need the whole entirety of the main like cast. Would be so fantastic to have in the collection and to put up on the shelf. I would love to have all of them and their wands, because I've already started collecting the wands. And so I want to go on Amazon and see if I can get the rest of those wands. Yeah, let's see if we can just get everybody. I think it would be fantastic. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off here. You guys are so flippin' amazing. Sorry that the sound on this is probably really, really echoey. I will be getting another streaming microphone. That way we can eliminate the obnoxious sound. But yeah, we're gonna get this whole room, this office, all done up as a Hogwarts. It's gonna be a whole Harry Potter themed space. And so first thing first, we'll be painting. By the way, these walls, if you don't notice, this is a white door. These walls are like a really light baby blue. This room, Carlisle's room, and the other room across the way, that one's slightly darker blue, but not by much. And then Sarah's room's purple, which is getting painted. And somebody painted my room, the master bedroom, like a really light canary yellow, which is really annoying. And what are you doing in here? I don't like those little buggers. How did you even get in here? All right. Anyway, guys, you're fantastic. And thank you for hanging out with me while I had my entire meltdown. And I love you guys. We'll see you guys next time.